Hello, what's up? Not gonna yap. We're just gonna get right to it because I got some stuff I need to take care of. So, where were we? We were on. I think we started section 5. I think. Okay, I'm gonna give myself about 30 minutes worth of work time today. Tomorrow, I'll try to get more time, but time is kind of being an issue right now. So it is what it is. We'll do what we can. Okay. In a terrifying world of horror, the gaze is often an expressive force acting upon you, but some games twist this dynamic completely, handing you the power of surveillance. And with it, a new kind of horror. You become the watcher. At first, this seems like control, the ability to observe your environment through security cameras, video monitors, and other surveillance tools. You scan hallways, check blind corners, track movements on static-filled camera screens. This feels like safety, but the illusion cracks because watching doesn't mean you're safe. The more you peer into the darkness through grainy cameras, the more you understand the futility of your watchfulness. Figures begin to appear in places they shouldn't. Ghostly, half-seen shapes flicker on broken monitors. Shadows darting just outside the camera's range. Silence echoing behind you, even though you're the one observing. Alright, we can add more to this. And again, as I mentioned, this is going to be the next video I release. Then I'll get back to I'll probably do a Type Moon one. We'll figure it out. What do I want to add? Sound echoes behind you, even though you're the one observing. Oh yeah, I gotta keep an eye on this mouse. For some weird reason, it just unplugged itself yesterday. No idea. You realize that the gaze you hold. You realize that the gaze you hold is incomplete. Yeah, incomplete. It's incomplete. You realize that the gaze you hold is incomplete and fragile. Jesus Christ. So, if I was the one observing a camera right now, you realize that the gaze you hold is incomplete and fragile. Because obviously I play horror games. You play horror games. So, we're looking at the video screen. We're being reliant on our eyes to give us a view of what the other side of the camera shows, or you get what I mean. So the frustration starts kicking in when it starts glitching, blind spots, all that stuff. We can put that. I just gotta word that right. You realize the gauge you hold is incomplete and fragile because there's blind spots. There's always going to be a blind spot because you don't have 360-degree vision when you regards to the camera, unless you be able to move it, of course. But there's always going to be a blind spot. They run the risk of glitching, which happens often. Dead zones too. And our ability to see is limited. Okay. We can put that all together into like one sentence. Oh yeah, before I forget. So the reason why I couldn't stream, I was gonna try to stream this during my lunch break, but things change in regards to work. I've been put in another position at work, which a pretty important position. So there goes my free time. So I guess my streams have to be limited to when I'm actually out of work and not wearing my uniform now. So it is what it is. It comes with the territory. new opportunities present themselves. So I guess it's good at the end of the day. It's just more, it's less time that I have available to stream. So my streams have to be just after I get out of work. So we'll get as much work as we can with whatever project I'm working on. It betrays you with dead zones, which is a sudden blind spot. Excuse me. And it's funny because this is exactly what happens in Fatal Frame 5 during the tower defense sequence when Hachishaku-sama, tall, really, really tall Ghosto, is in Hisoka's coffee shop. The cameras start distorting. Then you get a very funny jump scare. It's funny because when you think about it, damn, that camera is really up there, and she's just grilling you in the face. I'm like, oh damn, you are pretty tall, Hachisaku-sama, really really tall. But yes, the camera starts distorting when she's over there. So it portrays you with dead zones, glitches, and sudden blind spots. Your ability to see is limited. Your ability to see is limited. Your responsibility to watch never ends. Yeah. Your responsibility to watch never ends. That's neat. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. Your responsibility to watch never ends. Oh yeah, I got something. So again, like I mentioned with Fatal Frame 5, when you were doing the tower defense sequence, obviously it's not a botched tower defense, it's stays true to form. You're defending the gates against the ghostos who want to go spirit away the waifus. So you're watching the camera, but in a sense, you're being watched yourself, which becomes a paradox. The observer becomes the observed. That's oh man, that's actually funny. That again, I love that tower defense sequence just because it's just so all over the place. I'm like, God damn, all these ghosts. All right, so this becomes a paradox. This becomes a paradox because you are the observer. You are the observer, but also the observed. But also the observed. You watch what watches you. And in turn, they do the same to you. You watch what watches you. We don't need that. Trapped inside of a feedback loop. I do have to admit that paranoia is a big thing with that. Very active. The very active watching is a vulnerability. What the fuck is going on with my voice today? This happens from time to time, so it must have aggravated the injury. I just started coughing and try to clear my voice, my throat a lot. Very active watching becomes a source of vulnerability. Because you start questioning your own sight and your own perception, sort of. At least from my point of view. You begin to question your own sight. Your own perception. Are you truly are you truly in control? Are you truly in control? Or is the gaze controlling you? Hmm. We can start wrapping this section up. When it matters, to never spell properly. Not your own fragility. And the illusion of control. They reveal to be free. They reveal to be they reveal to be free. Okay. Let's read what we have here, and we'll see if I need to add anything else to this. Versus these bad eyes of mine. Every year they get worse and worse. In the terrifying world of horror, the gaze is often an expressive force acting upon you. But some games twist this dynamic completely, handing you the power of surveillance, and with it, a new kind of horror. You become the watcher. At first, this seems like control, the ability to observe your environment through security cameras, video monitors, and other surveillance tools. You scan hallways, check blind corners, and track movements on static filled screens. This power feels like safety, but the illusion cracks because watching doesn't mean you're safe. The more you peer into the darkness through oh my god, the more you peer into darkness through grainy cameras, the more you understand the futility of your watchfulness. Figures begin to appear in places they shouldn't. Ghostly, half-seen shapes flickering on broken monitors, shadows darting just outside the camera's range, sounds echoing behind you, even though you're the one observing. You realize that the gaze you hold is incomplete and fragile. It betrays you with dead zones, glitches, and sudden blind spots. Your ability to see is limited, yet your responsibility to watch never ends. This becomes a paradox. You are the observer, but also the observed. Suddenly, you become part of the surveillance itself, trapped inside of a feedback loop of observance and paranoia. The very act of watching becomes a source of vulnerability. You begin to question your own sight, your own perception. Are you truly in control, or is the gaze controlling you? So forget period question marks. It's definitely not forget question marks. In this existential terror, horror games force you to confront your own fragility and the illusion of control. They reveal that to be free is to be bound to the watcher's eye endlessly. To be free is to be bound to the watcher's eye endlessly, comma. No, that's fine. They reveal that to be free is to be bound to the watcher's eye endlessly, both inside and out. Okay, that's good. I do not have my outline with me. Fuck, it's fine. Give me 1 second. As I said time and time again, always keep an iPad with notes. Oops. Just always keep an iPad with notes. Because this is where I keep my outline. Not self promote, but this iPad Air 2 has been good for like 10 years. And I only got it for $50. Okay, so section 6 is. Section 6 is going to be. We just did the Watcher. So, ourselves as a Watcher. Now we have to talk about the Watcher themselves. Okay. The unseen Watcher. Okay. Wow, that's for you, doozy. But yes, always keep iPad with notes. What time is it? All right, we can do 10 more minutes. How do I want to start this? Let me switch songs real quick while I think. Hmm. Oh, all right. Let's do this. Oh, the meme. The meme. The meme is Melania's chambers, her boss battle arena. Yeah, I put the extended version. The first comment is thank you, but I've already been here long enough. Shout out to Melania, you very funny boss, you. Okay. So the unseen watcher, the watcher that the guy or female watching you behind the camera that you never see. Fear of being watched. Let's get the shit out of me. Damn, that intercom just scared the crap out of me. You just saw a big jump scare on my end. Holy shit. And they're still pinging it. Holy shit. You just see me get jump scared. I was so in the zone then holy fuck. If they keep on trolling with that, I'm gonna just turn off my mic until they stop. Because that is actually kind of annoying. But yeah, y'all just saw me get jump scared. I was so in the zone, and it's back, and I'm wearing my headphones, so that shit was loud. Fear of being watched is. I lost my train of thought. It's not in what you see. It's not always in what you see. Fine. Sometimes. Okay, so. Okay, so I'm kind of. Alright, so. Fuck, this sucks. Okay. So I'm gonna wrap it up right now because I probably have to go see what the hell's going on because they're still pinging people. So good stuff. Tomorrow I'll do some more. Unfortunately, gotta wrap it a little bit early because the eye in the sky believe is pinging still. So take care if I don't see you, and see you tomorrow. I'll try to do some sprite animation later. Besides that, bye bye.